Alright, today is Friday, and I just came home from a math test that I probably failed, and now I'm doing my video. I loved Emma's suggestion about childhood arts and crafts and stuff, because I have a lot of that, and it'll be awesome to show. The thing is, I'll show you that next week before I tell you my suggestion, because this week, I want to tell the story of last weekend, which was airports. Storytelling time. It is now last Saturday. We get to the airport, a party of 9, there's the 5 of us in our family and the Holmeson's family of 4. And the ladies in front of us are like, oh, if you're going to San Juan, your flight's been canceled. And we're like, oh, we are going to San Juan. Has it really? And they're like, yeah, we're going to San Juan too, it's not going to work. So we talk to the people up front, and they're like, yeah, your flight's been canceled. Just canceled. So we're like, well, we kind of need to get home very soon. We have like school and work and stuff on Monday. And they're like, well, we can offer you a hotel voucher for 2 days still on the island Tortola, or we can make you pay for a charter flight that'll get you out there probably on time to make your next flight. And we're like, well, we don't want to stay here for 2 more days because that would be Monday. So we have to pay like a gazillion more dollars to get a little 10-person tiny plane. We get on a little tiny charter plane and it's like being pushed around by the air, and it was really scary, but it was also really tiny and pretty awesome. But then we went down and we had to run with our giant. We each had 2 bags and these giant bags full of scuba diving gear, which were like 50 pounds each. Got to the passport place and there was a giant line. The pilot got us through and he's like, maybe if I get you through this thing, we can get you to your new flight on time, connecting flight at San Juan. So we're at San Juan, we get through this thing at like 10 minutes and we're about ready to get to our connecting flight that we spent a bunch of dollars and stuff to get the charter flight to get us to. And we get to the desk and they're like, oh, that flight left like 10 minutes ago. They wouldn't refund us for the charter flight, even though we spent all that money to get to the flight that we ended up missing. There's more talking and probably 2.5 hours of us sitting around and Mom and Dad and Dog and Linda talking to the people behind the desk. We got a flight to JFK in New York, which was the closest thing we could do. And from that point on, we had to just kind of hope that things would work out. So we get on this airplane to New York instead, and that was pretty cool because, like, I sat next to this person who I found out was in college. First thing she did was whip out her DS and start playing Pokemon, which was pretty awesome. Oh, she was also wearing a Sonic shirt, which was great. Get to New York, and we go up to the people at the desk, and after, like, 4 hours of talking to these people, we end up securing a plan where the Holmesons get to go out on one plane from LaGuardia, which is not JFK, to go to Boston on Sunday morning. This is Saturday night. And the party of 4 is set, but our party of 5 is too big, so they're like looking through all these planes. It ends up happening to where Mom gets on a plane from LaGuardia to Boston in the morning, and Zach gets on a plane from JFK to Boston at like 9 in the morning. Amber and Dad get on a plane from JFK to Boston at like 10:30 in the morning, and I get to be on the last plane from JFK to Boston at 11:30. We go to a hotel, spend the night in New York. We go back to JFK, and Zach leaves, and Dad and Amber leave. I finally got on my airplane, which was only like an hour long. We got to Boston. Dad and Amber are waiting there. Dad's like on the phone. After he gets off the phone, he tells me that once he got in, he went up to the desk and asked, did Jacob Sutherland get on this airplane? And they were like, yes, Jacob Sutherland bought a ticket to get on this airplane. And he was like, no, I bought the ticket for him to get on the airplane. Did he get on the airplane? And they're like, well, we're not authorized to give you that information, sir. Eventually, he says, so I can't find out if my son that I bought a ticket for to get on this airplane got on the airplane and is heading here. And they were like, oh, wait just a second. Yeah, he boarded the airplane. Dad was pretty happy about that. And then get in the truck and get home and bye.